Hi everyone, Ryan here. Now, this episode was taken from a talk I held on a training program for landlords, business people, and entrepreneurs, how they can go out, use the internet, and find rental properties that they can use as service accommodation. Now, this is completely free, and this is a two-part podcast. This first part is how you can contact letting agents or use letting agents to find the properties, find the owners by skillfully using some clever tools that you can bypass the agent and contact the owner direct, okay? I hope you get some value from this episode. I would love to hear your thoughts. The biggest question every entrepreneur, landlord, and guru wants to know is this: how are landlords and entrepreneurs like us increasing our rent up to £42,155 a year above the market rent from a single property? Now that replaces the average salary, whether we're the owner of the property or we're just the tenant. You're listening to Ryan OTTO, and this podcast will give you all the answers. Welcome to the perfect property deal. In this training, we will be covering contacting landlords and contacting the owners that are listed with estate agents. Now, have you ever wondered how letting agents keep their pipeline full of leads for new properties that are coming to the market to the end of a let? Have you ever wondered that if you only knew the full addresses of the rental properties in your area, and then the name of the owners and the name of the landlords, you could then start to build a database of the landlords, the owners, their names, the addresses of the rental properties, the owners' addresses, and even accurately predict the dates that the properties will be coming back onto the market. Now just imagine if you managed to send a letter to those landlords or those owners. Just imagine you managed to get a message to those owners or those landlords, or you even spoke to them face to face. Now that would fill your pipeline with a continuous flow of new properties coming to the market to let that are perfect and suitable for the perfect property deal. Does that make sense? Now here's a secret to getting the full postal address of all of the rental properties in your area. The full name of the landlords who own those properties too, which is highly valuable, especially when you start to contact them and you can address them by their full names. Let's look at how you can find unlimited rental property leads in any area that you choose. We're going to go across to Rightmove. We're going to search for the available properties to rent in your target area. Now, let's assume that these listings reveal the house number or the flat number. But if they don't worry. You can still call the agent to arrange a viewing, like a mock viewing or a fake viewing, just because you need to get the full address, and then you can cancel the viewing right after. The goal here is to get the address. Now, once you've got the address, you go onto another website, which is Land Registry. When you're on Land Registry, you can simply enter the full address of the property that you just found to rent on Rightmove. Remember, you've now got the address because the address was either displayed on the advert on Rightmove, or you've called the agent who has the property to arrange a viewing. And then what happens? You arrange a viewing. You physically have to go there to view the property, right? So the agent has to give you something. The full address. So now you have the full address. You go onto Land Registry, which is a government website. You can pay £3 for a title register. It gives you a document that you can download with the full names and the addresses of the owners or the landlords, which are registered against that particular property. It tells you the price they paid for the property. It tells you when they bought the property. It gives you obviously their full names, which is what you need. Plus, it gives you the mortgage company's name too. And there's other data in there that you don't really need for this purpose. Then you have several options. So let's go across to Rightmove, and then we'll go across to the land registry as well. Okay? So we're going across to Rightmove right now. Okay, let's just type in Manchester. Properties to rent. Let's say within 3 miles. No minimum, no maximum. Let's say 1 bedroom, any, let agreed. We're now on Rightmove. We're looking for any properties that we can see here, the address, okay? So we're looking for the address. Looking for the address here so we can contact or find the owner's details. Number 5, here we go. So let's use this as an example. 4-bedroom house, 5 Forest Range, Levens Home. Okay, so we're going to click on this. This is just to show you how we get the owner's details so we can contact them direct. So 5 Forest Range, Levens Home. So we copy that. Paste it up here into Google. What happened there? Take all of that away. Just refresh that. Okay, 5 Forest Range in Manchester. So M19 2ES. M19 2ES. Okay, 36 addresses. And it's number 5 we're looking for. So number 5, here it is, postcode search. So now we have the full address. Right, now we have the full address. We take that to the land registry search. So let's do a new search. New inquiry. House name or number is 5. Postcode is where are we? M19 2ES. M19 2ES. So if we click search, right, now that gives us the title deeds. They're available for number 5, Forest Range, Manchester, M19 2ES. That particular property, okay? So if we just click here, it's £9 for everything. You don't need this, okay? You don't need the title plan. You don't need the flood risk indicator, okay? You just click here, buy, £3. Now you click purchase. Okay, so you will have to log in, so I'll just freeze my screen for a moment so you can log in. It's absolutely free to have an account. You just have to log in. So I'm going to freeze my screen now. Just quickly log in. Let's log in. Okay, so now I'm logged in. So it's telling me it's £3 to buy this. 5 Forest Range, Manchester, M19 2ES. Remember, this is a property here we found, 4-bedroom house, on Rightmove. It's got the address, number 5, Forest Range, Levensholme, Manchester. Okay, so back to Land Registry. We're going to go to checkout. It takes you to a payment page. We're going to pay, what card have I got on me here? We're going to freeze the page again. Page is frozen. While I just type these details in. Okay, successfully authorized. Okay, so you should be able to see the screen now. Payment has gone through. So if I click continue, it will download a file just here on the left. Okay, that'll be downloading right now. So if we change the screen, go back to my Finder. Hold on a second. I'm going to find the file we've just downloaded. Oh, here it comes. So now it's downloading on the left-hand side, the register. I just click the title register button. Downloading here. So let's open that. It's downloaded. Okay. There she is. So what we have here is, obviously there's lots of information here you don't need. But for this exercise, you can see the address of the property. 5 Forest Range, Levensholme, Manchester, M19 2ES. If we go back over here, remember that? 5 Forest Range, Levensholme, Manchester. We go back here. This is a title deeds that you can see here, or the title details. 5 Forest Range, Levensholme. Okay, so if we go back to what we have now, we've now got the owner's name. John Paul Brierley of 5 Forest Range, Levensholme. So now we have the owner, and you can see how much he paid for it, okay? Now we have the full name of the owner. at that address. John Paul, okay? Lots of other information here that you don't need for this exercise. That's used for something else. So let's have a look. There's nothing else in there that we need. So now it's cost us £3 to get the guy's name. This is the owner's name. That's very important. Okay. So now if we go back to the presentation, so now we have paid £3 for the owner's name. Okay. So what that document has given us is the full name for the owner or owners. We've got the full address that they're registered to, which is the rental property address. We've also got the price they paid for the property. We don't need that for this exercise. We've also got the mortgage company's name too and some other data, but we don't need that for this purpose, okay? So now you have a few options. You can use the telephone records online or offline, okay? Printed version or electronic version online. You can now match the owner's full name that you've just managed to obtain from what I just showed you. You can match that against the phone records to obtain their phone number, and you can call them. Now, if you don't want to do this because it can be time consuming, you could just outsource this research to a website called Fiverr, Fiverr.com. Okay, let's go to Fiverr just so you can see. So what you can do is you can go to this website, okay? Now, this is freelance people that help you run your business doing all of those tasks that you don't want to do. It could be from 1 hour, it could be for 10 minutes, it could be for 1 day, 1 week, or 1 month. And you can find things on here for like $5, okay? So $5, £3.50, £4 for doing specific tasks, okay? So you can find logo design, someone to do something on social media for you, a voiceover, translation. You can find anything and everything to do with music, audio, programming, tech, business, lifestyle, writing, translation, marketing, graphics, okay? For this purpose, we're just looking for research. So you go across to Fiverr, where you can pay per hour, okay? You can pay someone to do the work for you for 1 hour, 5 hours, or 10 hours, whatever you prefer. What you can also do is you can use the friendly neighbor approach. You can go and knock the neighbor's door. Now you know the name of the owner or the owners. So you can refer to them by name, okay? Remember, we had the guy's name, the owner's name, which is John Paul Brearley, okay? So Mr. Brearley. So what you can do is you can use a neighbor approach, okay? So now you have the name of the owner, you refer to them by name. So you can be creative with a story as to why you're looking for them. Or you could just tell the truth to the neighbor. That's really up to you. Because your goal here is just to get the owner, Mr. Brearley, on the phone. Or to call you. Or to get his number. Get John's number so you can call him. So you're going to have to get creative here as to how you achieve that from the neighbors. My friend, if you're not already using arbitrage, what I mean by that is taking a rental property you don't have to be the owner of out of the AST rental market and putting it on Booking.com. You stand to lose out on the largest transfer of wealth that's happening right now in 2019. Because every £1,000 of AST rent is now worth up to £3,000 of rent on Booking.com. If you're not focusing all of your attention on Booking.com right now, you stand to lose. Now you have a massive advantage over the other 2.5 million landlords that are also looking for these secrets. Don't waste that advantage by doing nothing after listening to this talk today. You can join our communities on social media called Ask Ryan Otto to discuss these episodes and have your questions answered on the next show. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Snapchat. I would love to hear from you and know what you liked about this talk.